Chapter 4 is C2M4 Barns, which is a map that randomly generates one of two possible starting layouts each time you restart. This is annoying because only one layout is good for speedrunning. The bad layout is when the middle is closed off by a fence, denying access to the middle grounds. The better layout is when the middle area is open, so you can go straight for the bumper cars. Here you see just how much time you lose if you have to go all the way around on the left side compared to just going straight for the bumper cars through the middle grounds.
I think I hear my ex-wife. Lights off.
The time difference between the two routes is more than 7 seconds. You can get up on top of the safe room at the start of the level, regardless of map layout. And from this position, you can jump to the tents at the middle grounds. As you can see, this makes it possible to get past the fence blocking the middle grounds, but I am uncertain if it actually saves any time. Regardless of which, it is a pretty neat trick. Turn right as you exit the safe room and move toward the toilets. Jump up on the small metal bar from either side and hold crouch. Now you need to do a crouching jump out to the right to pass the small bar above you. Once you're in the air, release crouch and then quickly tap it again to get on top of the toilet roof. Jump to the middle of the palm tree and then up onto the roof. You don't have to bunny hop through the tree here. You can get over on either side of the tree, or by running on the branch that is closest to the roof. My setup of getting over there is to jump once toward the edge of this roof, and then bunny hop toward the corner of the trailer. Tapping or holding crouch helps with getting over. I don't really know if there's a point of doing this other than for fun, but I guess it could be a small time save if you do this really quick to skip the fence. But there are faster methods to do that, as we will see in the next clips. I spawn zombies for the sake of consistency, mainly to save time, but with some practice you can almost always lure zombies to where you want them. My advice for this is to leave zombies that are too far away to be alerted by you. Clear all but one or two zombies closest to the boost position. If a zombie is already in position, just perform the boost right away. But if it is out of position, grab its attention and trace a direct path to the boost area. When you reach the spot, position yourself to shove the incoming zombie into the boost location. Quickly perform the boost before it gets out of the staggering animation. And if you miss the boost or kill the zombie, just repeat the process with one of the non-alerted zombies that you saved earlier. I wanted to skip the bumper car area here, but this clip brush covers everything, so that was impossible. Here is an interesting alternate version of the barn skip that doesn't require any zombie boosting. It does however require you to manipulate larger objects in order to move them from one place to another. First of all, you need one of the white tables in order to perform this skip. Move it forward by pushing against it while firing a weapon or meleeing/shoving it. The goal is to get it near the right side of the containers. Shortly after passing this house, I try to get the table to stand on its side. A couple of shots is usually enough to make it stand combined with you pushing it. An important note here, do not flip the table completely. Shoot the edge of the table to spin it around, and then shoot and push it into place. Once in position, jump up on the container, and then from the container to the table, and lastly up onto the hedge. Now you can simply walk along the edge past the fence to the roof. Here is a forward view of the edge you walk on to get to the roof. And here is a side view along the edge. Finally, here is a skip with clip brushes visible. You can also zombie boost up to the hedge, but this in my opinion is much more difficult. Lure a zombie toward the containers. Back up all the way to the corner behind you. otherwise the zombie may not climb the containers correctly. The zombie should run down and land between you and the container. It doesn't usually land on you like in this example.
Anybody hear me?
Shove the zombie and move back to get up onto the containers. If you're too slow, just wait around here and shove the zombie back down between the two containers. This is the usual spot where you want to boost from. Jump on its head and then over to the hedge. This skip is a bit inconsistent in terms of zombie behavior, things like AI pathing and staggering patterns and durations, so practice this if you really want to do it. Also, the main version of the barn skip is faster and allows a better route anyway, so... This is the regular barn skip, probably the fastest version when done first try.
Hey-o!
Leave one zombie alive and make your way to the generator. Jump up on the generator from either side and then up on the phones. Push up against the wall and the drainage pipe by holding W and D. If you are not in the correct position, the zombie will most likely not go in the right spot. But being in this position means there is a roof above your head that you will hit during a jump. So wait until just before the zombie starts climbing and then quickly move out to the left and do the boost. This is the biggest time save in the entire map, but the timing is tricky, so make sure to practice. Here are a few successful attempts of me performing the barn skip. Notice the timing on when I move left. Sometimes the zombie jumps straight for the roof instead of the generator. When that happens, just shove the zombie down as it passes your head and try again. Another problem is if the zombie gets too close to you, it can get stuck in a climbing animation loop. Here is a rundown of the item locations at the panic event. Each spot where I pause and use a flashlight is a potential item spawn point. Grab a gas can and drop in front of the toilets like so. In an actual run, you should start the panic event first, then go back and place the gas can to minimize downtime.
I hit it.
Always have full ammo at the start of the panic event. Replace the can to cover as much of the open ground as possible. Think of how far the fire will travel and place the can so it reaches just in front of the toilets and extend as far back as possible. This dark part in the ground is a good spot to put the can. Here is my preferred position to be in to fight off the zombies. Kill single zombies until the horde builds up to save gas can time. When you see the first cluster of zombies, ignite the can. The fire lasts for 25 seconds. During this time, just eliminate the occasional zombie that slips through. And if you have two cans, you can either throw the second can into the fire after around 20 seconds, or you can ignite the can behind you as the gates open. Easy mode confirmed.